Patrick Sheltra leads the first lap here from Talladega. The 81 Craig Ghost behind him. Tom Hessert up on the high side. Brian Silas there as well. Behind him, Joey Coulter. Cars moving around in the back. The 32 of Justin Marks goes back to the middle. Tom Hessert falling back on the outside. Joey Coulter pushing Brian Silas running second with Patrick Sheltra out front. The middle line looking very developed there, and whoa, that half of it's gone now. And here comes Brian Silas to the back of, never mind, the 60's going to the bottom. And Joey Coulter passing Sheltra for the lead. Look at this. Do they go 4 wide? Not yet. Justin Marks sitting there, and now they are going 4 wide with Mikey Kyle there on the outside. The 16 leads that lap as the 81 of Craig Ghost, I think, may have gotten into the wall just a little bit. Nick Igdalski, that's how you pronounce his name, Igdalski. Nick Igdalski there, now running second, 4 wide further back. Patrick Sheltra stuck on the high line with help from Dakota Armstrong in the 22, who's now going to fall back even more. Tim Richmond there. Let's go on board with Daryl Basham. Sitting in the middle with Nick Igdalski and the 16 of Joey Coulter. Running away with it after 3 laps, just 3 laps been completed. Now on the inside, Frank Kimmel in the 44 and the 32, Justin Marks. They're going to come up in front of Basham here. He's probably going to get a big run. He looks to the outside, Kimmel to the inside. No help though, Daryl Basham sitting still on the outside. Justin Marks follows Igdalski up, and is now Marks falls back in line as he blocks Mikey Kyle down on the inside. Let's go on board with Patrick Sheltra, who led the first 2 laps and then got shuffled back. He was 8th last time around. Tim George Jr. in the 31 now comes down. Nick Igdalski has now fallen back. Sheltra to the inside. Now Kimmel and the 16 of Coulter controlling this race. Marks falls back. Kyle falls back. Who else was that fell back? I'm not sure. Now Frank Kimmel to the inside of Joey Coulter. 77 of Tom Hessert comes big run to the back of the 44 of Frank Kimmel. Patrick Sheltra is there as well. To the back of the 77. Caution! Racing back to the line. No idea what it's for. Sheltra, 3 wide. Can he lead for the first time in 7 laps? Here comes Sheltra to the inside. Does he do it? He does. Small pack, very far back, about 7 seconds back of the main pack. There's the 06 of Peterson in the middle with Ricky Cox in the 23. So the 06 hooks the 23, I guess, into the 18 of Easton and dumps Ricky Carmichael. Well, big into the wall there for Peterson. Let's go on board with Ricky Carmichael there. So you can't see, I mean, you see it in the mirror there, and then just turns out he's lucky he didn't plummet into the 5 cars in the outside line. That could have been a much bigger wreck than it needed to be. First caution from Talladega. It's a 4-car jam session going into turn 3. The restart has happened. We are on lap 11 now. Patrick Sheltra around the outside as they come to complete the first lap. After the restart, 4 wide. Daryl Basham in the middle. Tom Hessert, the 3rd in the 77. Patrick Sheltra there in the 64 wide. Oh, this is going to be close. They keep it all together. Leading the outside line is Craig Ghost in the 81. Joey Coulter can't quite block. Who is that? Yes, it's Steve Arpin in the 55. Still 4 wide for the back. Tim George Jr. now helping Daryl Basham there on the middle line. Frank Kimmel's there. I believe that's Brad Smith back in the 26, followed by James Hilton and Chad McCumbee. Still 4 wide. This isn't gonna end well. They're gonna squeeze out of the corner here into Wigdalski. Oh, wrecking Brian Silas around. Daryl Basham, Tim George Jr., and the 34 slides onto his roof. There's the 94 of Jason Basham. Grant Enfinger's in it. Frank Kimmel's around. Josh Williams' car is totaled. Todd Boucher's in it. And the 34 went over and over and over on top of Tim George Jr., I believe. I knew it wasn't going to end well. They squeeze coming out of turn 4. The track narrows, and it's just they wash up the racetrack and contact. Basham back into Justin Marks. Igdalski hits the inside wall. Patrick Sheltra. And then James Hilton nails the 44, causing the 34 to go over. Chad McCumbie's there. Who was that? That was Jason Basham. Somebody else nails him. Then everyone merging onto the racetrack. They don't know where to go. On board with Tim George Jr. You see 34 gets hit. Hooks Igdalski. Steve Arpin's in it. Steve comes back down. About to see. There's the 34 up. Almost. I think he did get on top. But in the air a little bit. Oh! Almost gets nailed on multiple occasions. This is Daryl Basham. Out of his car. He's okay. After a scary ride, he gets turned around. Hit by Kimmel, who was hit by James Hilton. He goes up and over. On top of the 31. And... oh, well, there goes the camera. Car's wrecking in front of him. He did make it through, but you see, Igdalski, you're about to see him get nailed. Bang! 31 slides down. They all slide down. Everyone gets nailed. And then he's part of the ones that they don't know where to go. There's like 6 of them in a group. They slide down the inside. Oh my. Big wreck on lap 12 and 13. We'll be back with the final restart after this. Green flag back in the air, 2 to go from Talladega in the ARCA ReMax Series. Dakota Armstrong, Mikey Kyle, Joey Coulter, Johnson, and Tom Hessert lead the field to green. Mikey Kyle already making a bold move to the inside of Joey Coulter. Everyone makes the bold move to the inside. Craig Gose is there. Johnson falling back on the outside. Chris Buescher there. He's made it up to 9th somehow. Starting back in the 30s. Everyone freight training around. Dakota Armstrong, now Joey Coulter to the inside of Mikey Kyle. Dakota Armstrong now up, trying to give the 25 of Mikey Kyle some help, as does the 77 try and get around Joey Coulter here. Not yet. Everyone top 3 in a line. Craig Gose, do they peek out? No, they don't. Does Craig Gose peek out? No, he doesn't. Justin Marks now sitting there, and now the first car to make a move. 2 to go. Tom Hessert making a move on the 16, but no one went with Tom Hessert. No one stayed with him. But here comes Dakota Armstrong. Craig Gose now up on the outside. Now Gose will come back down to block the 22. No, he doesn't. But the 22 now comes. He'll make a move. Here he comes. He'll help the 77 of Tom Hessert. Justin Marks sitting back on the outside line. Mikey Kyle there too. 3 wide for second. Here comes Mikey Kyle and the 22 of Dakota Armstrong. The 16 Coulter. He blocks. Here comes Mikey Kyle to the inside. He has no help. They're trying to all get organized. White flag in the air. Whatever happens, happens. Checkers or wreckers. Peterson there on the inside. Slow. No caution. Dakota Armstrong to the inside of Joey Coulter. Mikey Kyle goes with him. Justin Marks on the inside. Kyle now makes a move. He has no help, but he is going to be on the preferred line going into turn 3 for the final time. Here comes Tom Hessert. Hessert to the inside. He'll help Mikey Kyle going through 3 and 4. Brad Smith, he is sitting in 6th. 3 wide, or sitting in 5th. 3 wide for 6th. Justin Marks. Who does what? Tom Hessert to the inside of Mikey Kyle. 3 wide for 2nd. It won't be enough. Mikey Kyle wins a chaotic race at Talladega. Tom Hessert 2nd, followed by the 16 of Joey Coulter, the 22 of Dakota Armstrong, Brad Smith, Craig Goss, Johnson, Justin Marks, Chris Buescher gets a top 10, Patrick Sheltra, Brent Bravock, so on and so forth as they come by. A crazy race.